got fucking...
Give some backstory to that hat, man.
It's an I guess be honest. I don't know where it came from or how it happened, to be fair. But obviously we used to game a lot and I couldn't game without it. I don't know what it was. And it weren't I hear like basketball players where they have like lucky shorts and boxes and stuff like that. And I don't think it was that, but I just couldn't focus or concentrate. Like I was dependent on it to do concentrating things, and I don't know why. I'm talking for about 6 years, like a long
And
time.
I remember that you used to have like squinty eyes, and that your eyes used to kind of squint and water, didn't they? Unless you wore it.
Still do. So like right now, I feel like they're doing it. Like I remember when we was editing last week's episode, and he was like, "You like blinking and squinting a lot in this," and I just do. But I think it's as I've got older and looking into it more and speaking to people that have it, I've got that like astigmatism, I think. So I think I do need glasses for certain things. Like I was speaking to someone the other day, our friend Mark, because he has glasses for astigmatism, and I know I've got it just because I've seen like the lights on the back of cars and stuff. And I didn't even know it was a condition. I thought everyone saw that until about 3 or 4 years ago when I saw like a post on Twitter, and it was like when you're driving at night and you have astigmatism, and it looks like this, and all like the lampposts and shit were like stretched and blurred. I was like, oh, I've got that. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
So I think like, and I've always had a thing where if I even think about looking at like a corner of a desk or the corner of a TV or something, like it makes my eyes like tense and really squint. And I've never really thought what that is until like literally the other day I like Googled it if that's a thing with astigmatism, and it is. Apparently it makes your eyes squint and tense because when you think about it, your brain's trying to piece the corners together and it can't. So it makes like your brain looks tense basically. So I think it's a part of that. I think it was probably something that like because I notice when I'm concentrating at work, I'll pull like my sleeve up to my nose and shit like that as well. I'm concentrating or I'll bite it. And I think it's just something in my peripheral vision to like, I don't know, render the rest of the shit in without me like really squinting. It's probably something to do that. So I need to go and get my eyes checked, really, to be fair. It's been like 3 or 4 years, but yeah.
Yeah, I know the most common cause for astigmatism is having night lights and stuff or sleeping with some kind of light on. Especially in young kids, you can get it really early from even having a tiny bit of light on. It can cause that.
Yeah, and I've always slept with TVs on and all sorts, and so yeah, I was bound to get it.
No good. I saw an interesting theory the other day on a podcast, and it was saying that it kind of aligns, to be fair, it makes sense, but it don't feel real. But it was saying that if you own your house and the housing market like rises by say like fucking 20% or something, you don't. If you're gonna sell your house then to buy another one, you don't get any advantage out of the housing market rising, because when you come to buy the next house, your profit will have leveled out because you're gonna have to buy at the 20% raise as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because like if you bought at 100, like 100k, and it went up by 20%, and now your house is worth 120. If you sell for 120, you think you've made 20k, but the next house that you might have bought for 200 is going to be like 240. So you're in no advantageous position in that kind of sense.
You know, like on that, you know, when life where someone just says something to you that's just so obvious, but you never think about it, but you think, oh man, it is so obviously really good. You're like when someone starts really explaining how taxis work to you, you're like, of course, yeah, it's all a fucking scam. You know what I mean? Like, but you don't really think about it. But when someone just says something that's like obvious, but you just go along with and never really question or think about it. It is mad how much you just getting scammed and rinsed. Man, everything is just trying to snatch your fucking wallet every time they can, man.
Yeah, and you've been around for a fraction of the time that all these scams have been set up, so you're just a naive dick. But it makes sense. I mean, it aligns with fucking inflation and wages going up. Like I was thinking earlier, fucking minimum wage is something like £12.50 or something in it now.
I don't know.
First...
I don't know how it's work. I don't even know what I'm on now because I'm on like salary, so I don't know what how it equates to. Oh, I can work it out, but I don't know off the rip.
Yeah, Me neither, but one day it's going to be probably fucking 20 quid an hour. And
Yeah.
people from the 70s will be like, back when I was working, it was 4 quid an hour. And you're like, yeah, but milk was like 30p. So
Yeah.
it leveled out, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. So, like, I hear people talk, like celebrities and stuff, and sort of like test whether they lost a touch on touch of reality or not. They ask them like, "Oh, do you know how much a pint of milk is?" I don't know how much a pint of milk is. I just when I shop, I don't like look at individual prices. Like I might if I'm like, "Oh, how much is that?" I think, "Ah, I'll get the cheaper version of that." If I'm, it's the same taste. I just ain't buying at the arse for it. But like milk, I could have a rough guess, but I don't actually know if I know the actual price of it. So I don't think that's a good way to measure if someone's lost touch or not. But what would you say would be in your day to day? Like some that you could be like, oh, no one would know that because of the so loaded. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of how to like ask someone to be like, oh, here we go. Let's see if they're like live a privileged life or not. Like I don't know. I couldn't think of a thing to catch them out on.
Yeah. I remember a celebrity before on a podcast was asked how much money they got. And they were just like, I don't know. Or they just said, I have enough to buy my shit, and I asked my accountant if I can afford this and do this, but I don't actually know how much is in my accounts. As long as it don't go below being able to do whatever the fuck I want, I actually don't know how much is in there. Which is a nice fucking position, ain't it, man?
Imagine though how stress free that life is. And like it doesn't get rid of all your stresses, and that's what people mean by like money can't buy happiness because you can be rich as fuck and still get your cancers and people around you still can. So it's not the fix, but just 90% of problems in life stem or the root of is money. So if that isn't a stress in your life, just think of how much you can take on and handle in terms of stress. Like because you've got capacity to take it on because you ain't got the money fucking stress just zapping at you constantly. Like, I don't know, man. I've always said, and like I've had, let's say, family issues when it comes to finances. Nothing to do with me that I've always stressed about, like money and stuff. So, like, I know that if I was to get to a position where I came into a lot of money or won the lottery or something, that I wouldn't be one of those assholes that fucking blast it all because I think I'll always stress and worry about, like, oh, I've got to make sure I've got a fucking pretty penny somewhere to fall back on. So, but man, there is people that just don't give a fuck, man, and just out here just spending all sorts.
At the same time, kind of back to the pint of milk thing, there are people out there that know how much that costs because they're on pennies. Like the need
Makes
to fucking
sense.
count. They need to go to the shop where it's 20p cheaper, or fucking tissues like this much cheaper, or fucking whatever, because they're probably doing their weekly shop and having a few pence spare, so that they do make a difference. And I
Yeah.
mean, we're in a privileged fucking position compared to them because I don't know how much it costs. Like the milk, I think I'll get the
Yeah.
medium bottle. I do, which is maybe like 2 or 4 pints, and I think that's like 170 or something, 150. But I don't check, and I won't go to a different shop where it's cheaper to get it. So that's a privilege in itself, and
Yeah.
it's kind of the old it's kind of the old meme where there's someone on a bus looking at the guy in a car and saying like, "Oh, I wish I had a car," but the guy in the car is like looking at this fucking Lambo saying, "Oh, I wish I had a Lamborghini," and the Lamborghini guy is saying like, "Oh, I wish I had one of them." It's like, yeah, you're in a privileged position compared to the previous one.
I guess so. But like, I don't know. Like, I guess things can always be worse. You know what I mean? Like someone's in a way worse position than you. Like you could lose your arms and your legs in an accident, and there's still probably someone worse off than you somewhere. Like that's just the nature of it. So like you do appreciate what you got, but I guess I am in a privileged position compared to some, but I never feel like I am. I'm still working class. I'm not loaded. Like so. Yeah, I might not know the price of milk, and some people do, but I don't know. I just don't. I just feel like I'm not in a privileged position. Like clearly I am, but I don't feel like I feel like everything I have, I've like proper had to like graft for it and work for it. Like I don't know. So I just never feel like I'd know the price of milk. Like I'm not
I
even.
think that I
Go
think
on.
that's the point, though, isn't it? That's the point of what we're saying is there's a next level to where you wish you were, and someone below you that wishes they were in your level. So that's the point, is to
But like
appreciate what you've got.
some levels, though, you get to a point and you're like, I want a Lambo and stuff like that. But like, it's not really necessary. You know what I mean? Like, there's a point where you can just live and be comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
not there. You know what I mean? Like, I can just live on my wage. But if shit like it was going, like inflation keeps going up, like I'll be caught out unless I strive to get on top of that. Whether get to a certain position in a field, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's weird to think that. Like, I feel like my level that someone would want to get to is the base level. Like, I feel like people definitely are worse off, but I feel, if you take outside like mental health and things that people can't help, I think it's probably people that have just fell on hard times or something, like really hit rock bottom, which obviously that is a worse position. But I think, like, I don't know, most people are in my position. Like, I don't know anyone who's really fucking that struggling. You know what I mean? Like, again, it could be that I see that from a privileged perspective, but I know people have fell on hard times, and I'm seeing it right now in like family, friends, and stuff like that. But they're still like, and they can still afford milk. You know what I mean? Like, how bad are some of these people where they can't afford milk? Then they've got to scrimp and save the price. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get how it really gets that bad unless you're like popping out 7 kids and thinking, "Fuck it, how do we handle this?" You know what I mean?
Hey, that's the win now since they uncapped the fucking child benefit allowance
Oh,
per
really? Is that,
child.
is that the fucking money glitch? You're popping out kids now.
It is. It's back to it because I think they took it away, so they put a limit on how much you could claim per household per
How much?
child or
How
whatever.
much is per child?
I don't know the number per child, but they've took off the like amount of child cap, so you can literally just multiply it per
Oh
child
man,
now.
is that making you one of the other kids then?
Nah.
Even that. How
Yeah,
much
there
would
was.
it be realistically? Because you could say 10 grand a month. How much would it have to be a month to you really start considering it from a monetary value as well? To be like, oh, this would be like a nice money to have in.
Maybe just 2 grand a month.
Oh, 2 grand a month. Yeah, that's nice. I might fucking think about popping a couple out for 2 grand a month.
Yeah, but I saw they were saying that once the cap's removed, a household with two parents that don't work, that have 3 kids, will get the same amount of money as two people with no kids that earn a combined like 71 grand a year.
That's stupid. What? If that's true, I'm livid about that. That's one of those things that is just happening that it just pissed me off when I find out about it more, man. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So then what the fuck am I working so hard for, man? And then also not having kids, which is helping the economy because it's less dumb cunts fucking being put into the ecosystem. Less people taking up, the road in traffic and stuff like that. Like, and I'm working as well, so I'm contributing to society from all ends. I recycle, but instead, like, now two fucking twats just can just fucking have kids and then they're on more than me and then just live a better life than me. Like, that's backwards, man.
Walking past your house, like looking out your window, like, yeah, I fucking paid for them Crocs. I
Look, man, that
paid for.
fucking pair of juicy fucking jogging bottoms are mine. I paid for them.
Yeah, yeah. So that fucking family of 3 on the e-scooter, I paid for that one.
Yeah. Man. That they have because they're in a city. It's different, but when you see e-scooters, it is usually trashy people on them. But that's what makes me think, though, when I see people on there. How do they afford them? How do they afford an e-scooter? And some of them are like really premiums, and I see like really ratty kids, and even like teenage moms on them that are like, ugh. But how do they afford them? They've got to rob them or something, man.
Yeah, robbed or cloned, man. Like they're just fucking financing them, probably.
Like I
I
see
know,
like
I knew someone who
young
did.
kids on some of them that look like, whoa, they cost a lot, man.
Yeah, like a proper nice Xiaomi one or something.
Yeah, like really premium ones, and more and more. Like I see a lot of kids around my area, and they're on them all the time. I think, where the fuck have you got one of them from, man?
I hate it when I'm at a fucking red light or something, man, and just some tall fucking 40-year-old prick on his way back from work just goes me past me. I'm like, yo,
Why? It's sick.
don't know, it just does my head in. I like them, I like using them, but
Yeah.
just some bloke on his way back from work like stood too upright on one and just Pisses me off.
It's better. It's better than fucking cycling. Well, it's not for you like exercise wise. It's obviously better to cycle for fitness and that. But like, all you have to do is just press your thumb down and you're zipping back home. That's class.
Yeah, them bridges in Budapest, man, they were sick on them, yeah.
Yeah, they were sick. Yeah, I was looking at the
That's
footage of
like a
that the other
core
day.
memory for you, innit? You fucking love that, don't you?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to be fair. I enjoyed that. Good time.
Yeah, man. Little bridge rip. But yeah, it is funny that that's kind of. It should be that way, though, with devices and stuff. We should be able to zip around the streets and use barely any energy. Because, I mean, a few years ago, that would have just been motorbikes and fucking little petrol powered, like, scooters and shit.
It's a
Yeah.
testament of how technology and how cheap technology comes, because when we were kids, it'd be like pedal go-karts or those green machines, or maybe just your typical razor scooters, and now it's like e-scooters and little kids are zipping about. And I mean, like the jump there in sort of toys and technology to go out, it's like quite like, oh damn, like we're at a point where like kids are just zipping about on e-scooters now. Like we're there already, like technology wise. Like what's 20 years like what are kids going to be zipping about on in streets then?
Yeah, it's like that fucking. That little Game Boy thing I bought for Max, that, like, a little emulator thing with, like, N64 and PS1 and all that shit on it.
Yeah,
And that was from AliExpress and it was like 17 quid shipped.
that's
So that's
crazy.
like 17 quid shipped from China. So that's got to be, you know, fucking 12 quid for the product, like before the shipping. And that's through a fucking, through an e-commerce site. So they've took a markup. So
Yeah.
how cheap is the factory making that to be making a profit on effectively like 10 quid?
But what's crazy is how much is it to actually have something that technological, and how much are you overcharging? So like how much it costs to make an iPhone and how much are you buying it for, you know what I mean? Like maybe that's just closer to the real price, but what you actually pay for consumer electronics is way over the market that it costs to make them. That's why these companies like Apple are like one of the big richest companies in the fucking world, even though they sell iPhones for $1,000, you know what I mean? Like how many people buying them? It's just because
Yeah.
they make up for fucking like a penny, probably, you know what I mean, then sell them for $1,000.
Yeah, and it kind of exposes really what you could fucking do. Like how cheap they could really be, man.
What I will find, I'm not above paying for like cheaper stuff if it's the same sort of quality. Like I'm not like, I don't look down my nose at people wearing like, cheaper stuff if it's good quality and stuff. But the only thing that I do think that I can't personally cheap out on, because I do feel the difference in the cheap versus like paying the premium prices for me is clothes, man. Like sometimes you might get like a cheap hoodie. You're like, oh, this is nice. Like I've got some Primark hoodies that I just jam around the house in, and they are comfy, just as comfy as like £60 hoodies that I've got and stuff. But for the most part, like a t-shirt and stuff, like you feel the cheapness. Like you put it in the fucking dry out, shrinks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's polyester and it feels plasticky. Like I feel like clothes, you kind of pay for what you get. There's some, some people have probably got jackets here and there for a decent price and stuff, but yeah, like clothes is the one for me where I kind of don't cheap out on, unless it's just like pair of joggers or something like that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that because it is quality and longevity and just comfort, especially trainers. I like to be wearing comfy trainers, man.
Yeah, me
I
too.
I've never wore a pair of like unbranded fucking trainers, but I'll
Me either.
go I'll go unbranded in hoodies, t-shirts, jeans. If the quality's there, it's fine. I
Yeah,
don't give a shit. Like you say, if it's comfortable and warm.
yeah,
But yeah, trainers has got to be like a solid fucking staple, and then technology as well. If it's something that needs to perform, like I'll buy cheap shit, like fucking, I'll buy like a cheap Hoover or something, or just a little gadget device, screwdriver or fucking some electrical thing. But like I say, stuff that you want to perform. But again, we saw that fucking, was it that DJI camera or the Insta 360 one where they were selling them unbranded because of the fucking tariffs.
same price though, isn't it? And
It was
speculation
cheap,
that it
wasn't
is DJI, maybe, but not by much. Um, but yeah, like that's just apparently so they can sell it over in like America and stuff like that. But I mean, Yeah, if you really look for it, like I've seen like videos from like Lioness Tech Tips and all these people that build like AliExpress PCs and stuff. And sometimes they're like, man, like we only paid 30 quid for this and we thought, fuck all, it was a scam. And it turned out to be like really good. Like it was almost competing with like real brand stuff that costs like 4 times it and stuff. So if you're really, really scared of the internet, you can probably find those like technological price bangers, but it's very far and few between, I think, because you do just stop working after like a fucking couple weeks or something. For me, the thing that I feel that I don't think the technology is there yet for me personally, and I used to only use like electric toothbrushes, but they just die. The batteries are shit, and electric razors too. I've had to go through so many of them because the batteries eventually just fucking die in them. Like they just charge for about. You have to charge them about 6 hours, and then they die in like a shave or something, or sometimes they die halfway through. Like they're just not very good. I don't think it, but they're expensive.
Not that mine has to put much work in, but I've got an electric shaver from like Amazon, and I've had that a couple of years, man. USB-C charges, fucking. I have to charge it like every couple of months or something. That
Well,
lasts well.
well, now I just have like professional grade like hair clippers that we bought because I get my hair cut at home. Um, so like I just use that to be fair and go over. But I have got one that I will do like my cheeks on sometimes because I use grades from the razors, but that I use just like the grade that's on it. And my big brother, I text my big brother because he's got a big beard. I texted him and I said, "Man, I've gone through like I spent like £150. I've had Philips, I've had like Remington, I've bought like the best because I thought like that's I ain't gonna cheap out on it then because I keep getting ones that are dying, so I'm gonna spend the money on it." And they just kept dying still. And I messaged my brother and I said, "Man, what do you use? Because mine break all the time." And he said I had the same problem and I found these. And that was maybe like 4 years ago, and it still works. To be fair, like that one's still good. I think that's a Remington one as well. But even he said he went through the same thing with those electric chargers. I think they're just not made very well or for longevity. So you just have to keep buying them. I think the same
Yeah.
with like Oral B toothbrushes as well.
I don't know that. I don't know about the Oral B because we bought some new ones the other day, literally about 3 days ago. But prior to that, I'd had mine about 7, 8 years.
Man, I've had like 4 or 5 of them, and eventually, like maybe 6 months to a year of having them, they just need charging after every brush or something. Like they just batteries just go. Like I've had expensive ones. I've bought a couple of professional ones. I paid like 150 quid from like boots and shit. They all just get to shit. And then it got to a point where I was like, I might as well just use a manual one again because I'm charging it every other fucking day. And there were times where it would just die on me and I'd use it like without the electric on. So I was like, I'm just going back to normal toothbrushes and save me the effort of fucking charging it every day. And the
Dentist getting a little kickback out of there from Oral B, man.
Oral B's got them in there, but it's a big dent. And that's what it does in your fucking wallet as well.
Big dental, man. That's never been one, has it?
It fucking is because you know what? You can't help but your teeth. It's like the haircut, man. They've got you by the balls because your teeth just deteriorate and degrade over time. So like you either just get in enormous pain, and tooth pain is one of the worst things ever. So you either put up with that forever, or you have to go and pay the money. Like it is big
Yeah.
dentist, I think, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. When you have a little tooth, like a slight ache for 10 minutes and you think, oh no,
Yeah, please don't be the beginning of this forever, man.
don't start, man. Yeah, don't make me
Yeah,
fucking have to get booked in.
yeah, man. I hate the dentist.
We share that hate, don't we?
Yeah, we don't really share the same anxieties, really, do we? To be fair, but like the dentist, when one of us have got to go and have something done there, we're like, "Oh, bro, man," but that's soon. Like
Yeah,
we hate it for each
yeah.
other, type of thing, no, man.
Yeah, you'll tell me like, oh yeah, I'm in for fucking this extraction or something. I'm like, oh, bro, no, man.
It's like I'm gonna pass it just thinking about it. Yeah, I hate the dentist. I mean, you do have a little bit of like flight anxiety as well, um, but not to like my level. Like you're cool with it after like a second of like taking off on that, but I'm still like, oh, like I'm still fucking shitting it till I land, pretty much.
Yeah, you were struggling on that flight back.
Because it was rough, man. The feeling was weird, and then the landing, man. Let's talk about that landing though. It was rough, wasn't it? That, and you know it's funny because we sat like on the inner aisles because we couldn't like technically sit together, so we did kind of just like opposite aisles, And I was talking to this couple next to me for a little bit because I was saying like, yeah, I'm nervous about flying. I was about to take off, and I was speaking to the woman there, and she was like saying like, yeah, she is as well, so don't worry. And then I said to her, I was like, I can't see when we're gonna land. Can you like let me know? And she was like, yeah, we'll let you know. Don't worry. And I said to you, man, I said like, because we hold the back of the chair in front of us to like brace us. And I said,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm gonna just fucking sit there straight up and just take it this time. And then soon as she was like, okay, we're coming to land now, it went like, boom, just fucking bounced to the ground, man. I like went, oh, like I was acting like, yeah, watch this, and then acting
Yeah.
all tough, and then immediately went to pussy hole.
It was a bad one though. It's like we landed a fucking paper airplane
Yeah, it was bad. Like
just
it
floating
literally
around.
felt like, and it could have legit happened. I don't know because obviously we couldn't see it. It felt like we came down, bounced, and then went up a little bit, and then come back again. Like it, like brr, brr. It was a big fucking bounce, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was horrible.
that's probably the worst one I've had, especially for the ropey feeling where we hit down and then came back up again and felt like all swayy.
Yeah, yeah, it was gross. Flying's gross. It's not natural. It's just not natural, man. It just don't feel right to me to be doing that.
No, your nervous system, like your equilibrium, man. When you fucking level out and stuff, your body's like, "Yeah, I'm falling." Like the little twitches and
I
stuff.
just think about it as like deep down, fundamentally, biochemically, I'm just a caveman that should just be like scratching my armpits, clubbing a woman I've read, dragging into my cave, and then like eating saber-tooth tiger. You know what I mean? And then the idea now jumped a few hundred years later, whatever, and I'm being shot through the sky in a metal tin. Like my brain's like, man, we shouldn't be doing this.
I like to think of it from an X-ray perspective, so you just can't see the plane at all, but you just see loads of humans just sitting
Just
down,
sat
just flying like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
weird, man. It is weird. And I do think about cars sometimes, like when we're driving, I just think, oh, this was just forest or field, and now it's just roads and highways, and like it's like we shouldn't really be doing this, like zipping here and there. But it's cool that we have, like it's cool that we have invented cars, and so much more convenience in life and that. But I think
I
I'm
like to think
too pussy for all that, man.
I like to think that too with the roads, because sometimes I'll be going up a fucking hill where it's just winding all the way up a hill like that, and I was thinking, why don't we just build a road that just fucking went up like that? Like the car would get up easy. But then I think, nah, back when this was just grass, the horses probably would have had to slowly make their way up, and
Yeah.
then that just became a trodden down road eventually. And then when we brought roads in, we're just like, oh, let's just follow this fucking track. It's already here. I do like to imagine that stuff, man. It's cool.
Yeah, because I watched a new documentary that's on Netflix. It's about dinosaurs, and that shows you a lot of like the the stuff that Earth's gone through, like Pangea, which was like pretty much all the fucking continents together, and then eventually it breaks up, and
Yeah.
it shows you like what the Earth was like in the Triassic period, and what animals and creatures were knocking about with dinosaurs and reptiles, and it shows you what the Earth looks like, and then it'll show like a huge volcano kicking off, blowing up half the world, covering it in lava and all this type of shit. And it's like, yeah, the world looks like this. And I just think it's crazy that where we are right now looked like that many years ago. Now it looks like this. Like, then what's it going to look like in another fucking 65 million years or something? Like, I do think about like where I'm stood right now. What did it look like that long ago, man? It was T Rexes knocking about where I am right now?
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, my whole estate where I live right now in my house was just grass like fucking 10 years ago. It
Yeah.
was just fields, and then there was a brickyard on the other side. There's literally no buildings here. That's how quick it can go up.
I spoke to Corin about this. Do you ever think like this? How many people have died where I am right now?
No, I don't think that.
How many people in history have died in your spot right now on Earth?
Probably not sat up 3 stories floating
Well,
because,
you know what I mean, but you know what I mean, like on your grounds, man. Like I
well,
do think like how many humans or people have died where I am right now in history.
yeah. Well, my area is big for mines. Like they have to do a lot of mining checks around here because, like, for housing and shit. So there's probably a lot of deaths around here and just fucking mine collapses
Is that
and
what you
shit
mean
like
when
that.
you tell me you said you're out looking for miners? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
you
that's it.
mean.
That's it, yeah. Yeah. Find a few, to be fair. Young black faces, like.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, you're always saying
But yeah,
like
yeah,
you must like their uniform and what because you're always saying something about how good they look in it. You always say, yeah, I've seen these miners here and they look really good in the uniform.
yeah, yeah. Just love 'em. Yeah, man, the little shoes and stuff, the little hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh god. Oh man. Yeah, fuck me.
yeah.
Let's see this then. I did,
What's in the news?
yeah, I did quickly ask ChatGPT of the thing that I did last week where it's true or false news things. So I'll see some of these. See if you see if you can tell which ones are this. City installs benches that fine you if you sit for too long. Is that fake or is that a true story? And then it is.
That's fake.
That is fake. Um, woman calls police because her ice cream melted too fast.
Where?
It don't give me that specifics.
I think that's real.
It's fake, thankfully. A
I just
bank
imagine
robber,
some bitch with a bob cut just going mad.
yeah, a bank robber hit 6 banks in 5 days and barely makes any money.
Uh, I don't know. Last time we did this, there was a fucking. It was like 10 in a row was true. Fake.
It's real, that one. Oh, I haven't seen this. Well, then you know it's real, but it says meteor activity surged this week with one crashing into a house,
Okay, now.
and it's got
Which planet?
it's got a source here. So let's have a look. Fireball sightings are surging across the US. Here's what's really going on. With bright meteors sighted over Ohio, Texas, and Europe, you might wonder what's going on. Is meteor activity really increasing, or is it just a surge in reporting? Um,
I reckon it was just one of them little pebbles that hit someone's house.
yeah, it says in Texas on March 21st, a fragment crashed through a house roof.
Imagine that you have to go up in the loft and there's just a bit of planet in your loft.
Yeah, I'd keep it.
You,
I have a meteorite shard in a frame up there. To be fair, so I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just join the fucking collection.
still hot, just fucking juggling it like a hot potato.
Yeah, yeah,
That
it
would be
would be
cool
cool
though,
and
because that
scary.
shit, because it's so unobtainable though. For it to just come down and just suddenly be on your planet would be cool.
Yeah, that like I think like I have heard a number thrown out there before of the amount of sort of moon rocks and stuff we get from space and asteroid stuff that it happens quite often. You know, shit fucking falls to the earth and hits us and stuff like that. A lot of it gets broken up in the atmosphere on the way in and that burns up. But yeah, a lot of stuff does make it through and land on Earth quite a bit that they
Yeah,
can grab and study.
fucking SpaceX router hit my fucking windscreen the other day.
Yeah. Well, let's see if there's any more. Yeah, any more interesting ones. Some of these are just obviously fake, though. A man nearly got released from jail, but got caught using fake cash for bail.
Oh man, real
That is real.
man. I wonder what he was in for, and if he just thought, "Fuck, that bail's massive," but I know a guy who's got
Yeah.
some dodgy notes.
If he's in for counterfeiting, they should have saw it coming.
Yeah, keep him in. Do you think that's crazy? The bail system in America,
Yeah.
where you pay a certain amount to agree that you'll come back, or
Yeah.
you lose the money. It seems like a weird bribe system. Like, yeah, fuck it, we just get the money then. But if you're well off enough, obviously the bail's going to be massive depending on your circumstances. But
Yeah.
if you can afford it to just pay it, get out, and then just fucking disappear, it's a weird system.
It's just again another way like, oh, how can we make money off this? Oh no. If they want to get it that
Yeah,
bad, let's see, I'll fucking pay for it.
yeah. Put a fiver on for me.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll never have to be in that position, man. Like I don't think I'd thrive well in a prison environment at all.
You don't think?
I don't think at all. I'll be like, try and get in bed and straight away. I'll be like, yo, they said my pillow, man. I can't sleep with this pillow.
Yeah, yeah,
Murdered 16 women. I'm just like, yo, bro, man, I can't sleep with this pillow, man. Get me a better one.
yeah, man. I fucking gotta get me Netflix in here, man. I want to watch fucking Friends.
You know what? Some prisons are fucking like that, though, man. You
Yeah, I
do get
know.
fucking TVs and shit.
Comfy, are they? You wouldn't get your fucking AirPods though, would you?
Nah, I would be gutted about that. What would be your death row meal? As they say, not that question.
What if I was about to get the chair?
Yeah, you knew like you was getting executed tomorrow, and you know they have like a one last one. What do you want? Like your last meal?
I might just take a pizza, man.
You could never go wrong with a pizza, can you? Would you get a Domino's, the chili honey, whatever the fuck it's called, hot honey?
Hot honey. Nah, just chuck a couple of fucking deep dish Chicago tins in the microwave for me, man. I'll mod it.
Oh man, come on! You
Thing
got
is, if the conditions of it is that you don't get the chair till you've finished the meal, I'll still be waiting fucking 40 years for them to cool down.
they ain't gonna be like, oh, what man? You killed 14 kids. Oh yeah, finish your pizza. We're waiting on you. Son to chuck you in there, whether you're still chewing or not, man.
No, but they got to respect it. Like, yo, it's still fucking steaming. It's been 6 months.
Have you ever like saw videos of that? Or, like what the craziest sort of ones had, or like what the most famous ones that have been put to death, like what Ted Bundy had as his last man, on this type of stuff. Like some of them are pretty interesting.
Is it a real custom? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. So like if you get executed the next day, whatever they say, like what do you want? Some people have like like pizza. Some people just get like a bunch of ice cream, snacks, just a bunch of shit stuff. So there's some
Cigarette.
people where they've just literally just said like, yeah, love cigarettes. Some people just they just said like, give me Play-Doh, and they just eat that out of spite. Like they just there's all kinds. There's some that have like full on fucking feasts. Um, yeah, sometimes someone just says, yeah, just get me cigarettes and a fucking, I don't know, like a Slim Jim or something, that'll sort me. Like, they're quite interesting. And I think, like, I don't know what mine would be. Might just be just your standard typical Five Guys, man. Or just a banging pizza, like you said.
Yeah. Get some up, man. Search some up. I want to hear some of these. Sounds interesting. You got any off the top of the dome that you know about?
Nah. Look, I've mentioned some of them. I think, like, John Wayne Gacy might have had, like, a bunch of shit from KFC.
Someone's fucking face. Like, yeah, man, I'm just really craving a fucking human leg.
Like, oh, you'll never learn. That's what got you in here in the first place.
Yeah. Like, yeah, obviously, the fucking love it.
List of last meals is a Wikipedia page, yeah. 10 leaders of Nazi Germany, their last meal, apparently, they got put to death by hanging in 1946 for crimes against peace and war aggressions and stuff. They had sausage and cold cuts along with potato salad, black bread, and tea. You know what? You should already know that the Nazis are fucked up people, but that's certified when they ask that for their last meal. I reckon you bring the fucking hanging 4 by 12 hours just from that request alone, man. You know what I mean? Like, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Black bread.
Friedrich Schumann, apparently, was a serial murderer in 1921. His method of execution is decapitation by axe,
Oof.
and his last meal was frikadellen, which it's some like German version of meatballs, according to this, and telltale turnips. That's your
Is
last
that
meal,
all?
man.
That's all the fucking was, though, in 1920s Germany, though.
Well, someone else called Fritz Harman, another serial murderer in 1925, decapitation by guillotine. He asked for an expensive cigar and a cup of Brazilian coffee. I feel like that's kind of like a fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm going out.
That's a nice one.
Um,
Sounds chilled on that one.
I'm trying to find like really famous ones because the on the Wikipedia page it's by like place, so like it's like Alabama, Canada, and shit like that. Like it's I'm trying to find of ones that would. Oh, let me just do this. This will probably be easier. Yeah, so I went too far off. John Wayne Gacy, 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC, French fries, and strawberries. That's what he asked for. Timothy McVeigh, he was like he bombed, I can't remember what it was called now, but it's in America. It was a huge building that he bombed. He was a white dude in like the 90s. He asked for 2 points of mint chocolate chip ice cream. That's all he asked for.
Wonder how much they honour it, man. I wonder what the limit is like. Yeah, but you're taking the piss now.
I've heard like some mad ones that they do, and they've gave it them. So like, I don't know if I don't think they have to honour it. If you're like, no, you're taking the piss. I ain't doing that. Um, but
It's a
like,
nice kind of human to human send off, though. Like, come on, we'll give you what you want for your last minute.
apparently Ted Bundy he declined a meal. He was like, "Fuck, I don't want nothing." So he was given the traditional last meal, which apparently this is what they do then as standard, is steak, cooked medium rare, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk and juice.
That toast with butter still be on the plate for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, man, I'd be like, fucking hang me now, rather than give me this shit. Fuck butter, man. I'll say that clear on this podcast right here and now, man. Fuck butter.
Well, you don't like fucking microplastics spread.
Well, yeah, I do, just not in a butter form. I like,
Yeah.
I like it in like, chili jam form and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, you like to get your plastics in.
I mean, you can't fucking help it. Even now, we go to the butchers for our like food, so it's like less processed shit, but it's still vacuum sealed in fucking plastic. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter.
Yeah, they say the worst one is like coffee cups, like disposable coffee cups from Costa and stuff. The lids.
I always thought water bottles were, especially when people leave them in the cars and stuff, and like sunlight getting onto them. Like I'm drinking a bottle of water right now, and this is all just fucking plastic that I'm just drinking it out of. You know what I mean?
It's a weird one that it's kind of recent that it came up, ain't it? But you just think of plastic as just a solid object, don't you? You wouldn't think you're fucking just getting it in you.
Yeah, in everything. Apparently, I saw something the other day as well. I don't know if this is like tin foil hat thing, but apparently, like receipts are really bad to touch. And I've started to see like more and more celebrities. I saw like a famous video of Sylvester Stallone purposely avoiding a receipt, and then when he got it, he like picked it up with his sleeve and like chucked it in the bin. And then I saw a thing that it's like there's a chemical from the printing of that like can get in you, and it can like have actual effects on you. But I don't know if that's just tinfoil hat stuff or there's some actual truth to that.
I've heard it myself, and it's something to do with the coating on it that keeps the ink like dry on the paper or protected on the paper. But it's apparently even worse if you moisturize your hands and then touch them, because the fucking skin carries on soaking in the moisturizer, and that stuff's in it, so it's got a quicker fucking entrance into your skin.
Yeah, so I've googled it, and the AI overview, whatever you make of that, it says yes, handling thermal paper receipts can be bad for your health, as that often contain high levels of BPA or BPS, chemicals that act as hormone disruptors and are linked to cancer and reproductive issues. Just receipts that you're like, yep, cheers, and you walk off and be like, oh, how much is that? You're touching it, and then yeah, even
Yeah, then you
receipts.
get to the doctors, get your fucking treatment for your cancer, and give a fucking receipt for your
Yeah.
medical bill. There you go, mate.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah, that is crazy. Just something as simple as receipts might just be doing you in, but
I think it's worse. It's the worst in fish because of all the plastic in the sea as well.
yeah, now you're eating it and stuff.
Yeah, which is fucked. We're just slowly, cyclically killing ourselves.
Yeah, so the old fucking Bill Burr bit when he was talking about like chucking your roller skates away in like the 80s, and then eventually like you end up eating it in like 20 years time in the form of a fish. It's true, and like it's just all going to the sea, and then you're just gonna end up eating like the fucking Barbies and that you threw away as a child. And it's like it's getting back to you somehow, man.
Yeah. But You can't fucking do anything, can you? It's all these companies just dumping in landfills and not recycling and shit.
Nah, what say you on recycling? I've got a couple of friends that are like against it and just say it always goes to the same landfill anyway, so they don't do it.
I can't because I just have big communal bins because I live in an apartment, but
Oh yeah,
still, I don't give much of a shit, man.
I'll do it. I'll do it, but there is a part of it that thinks of it from like an economical kind of standpoint, but also, and I heard this, which pissed me off. This did, man. You know, I felt like striking about this, man. But my bins, you have your normal rubbish bin, and then you have your recycling bin. And when I first moved here for the first year and a half of living here, every Monday morning they'd take both bins at the same time. But now they alternate it, so they'll take the rubbish bin one week, and then the week after it's recycling. So now, like, I have to recycle just to split the rubbish up because if I don't, they're so overfilled by the time it comes to fucking collecting them because it's every other week now. So there's like a week and a half goes by without it being took, and they don't take it if even the lid's open. It's got to be like the lid's closed and shit, or they just refuse to take it. So I have to recycle just so I can fucking spread the rubbish out between the bins. To be fair, but I was
I
doing it
guess that
before
was
that
the
anyway.
fucking. I guess that was the play by them.
Apparently, what it was, I was speaking to Kyron about it because he said he lives in Wolverhampton, and he said they they have always done that to his. He was like, "Oh, that's how it's always been like me," and because mine's a different council, I think that the Wolverhampton council moaned that their like my way councils of doing it weren't like theirs, and they felt like it was unfair and stuff like that. So they just had to do it because they were moaning. So that's what I heard.
Well, my fucking council now is doing a rubbish bin, recycling bin, and then a little tiny bin that's like 10 inches tall for just for food waste. It's literally fucking.
You know, like a little looks like a little wheelie bin, but it's like small as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen them
And It's,
outside houses and stuff.
it's just for food, but surely that's going to just attract rodents and foxes and shit that can get into them easy.
Yeah. And also, we sound so 30 right now, man, about this stuff, but this is the stuff that I do think when you're like a kid, you don't think will annoy you. But when you
Yeah.
get older, like when you hear like parents of mine be like, "I can't believe they've not took our bin," you think, "Okay, chill out, man, it's not big of a deal." But when it happens to you, you're older, like fuckers. Like you do feel
Yeah.
slighted by it. Like you do realize how much of a shit it is for stuff like
Just trying to store 2 black bags full of shit. Like,
that.
shout out to Pepsi though, man. They don't attach the lid to the bottle. Coke does, but Pepsi don't.
Oh, so that they just screw right off.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
I noticed recently.
I've always preferred Pepsi to Coke anyway. I know it's just like the football adverts that did every like, you know, with David Beckham and stuff back in the day and Ronaldinho and stuff. Like Pepsi have always been the goats in my opinion compared to Coke.
Did he?
Yeah, that old World Cup fucking Pepsi advert with Messi. Yeah, the Pepsi's way better than Coke in my opinion, man. I'll die on that hill
Yeah,
for
I've
sure.
flipped. I've flipped. If I used to be all Coke, but Pepsi does taste better
I
these
don't mind
days.
Coke still. I don't like Coke Zero, to be fair. But Coke Zero, if you go on Coke Zero to the Pepsi Max, you know, don't even touch Pepsi Max.
Nah, they must have changed it, man, because it used to taste of something, but Coke now it's
Yeah,
just fizz to
all
me.
sugar. Now it's just like fucking trying to capture the taste of sugar with just chemicals.
Yeah.
Stacey was doing it recently because she does a lot of baking. She went and got off-branded mini eggs instead of like Cadbury's mini eggs because she tasted them recently to put in like cookies and stuff, and she said they tasted weird. She was like, I don't know how to explain it other than like it kind of tastes like cold, like the sensation, kind of like if you eat like coconut, you know what I mean? That sort of fresh, like in the back of your throat type of thing. And she said she like googled it, and apparently now they can't they can't put a certain amount of like cocoa in it, so they've like additives and replacements to replicate the you know the sensation of it, but it's not technically like classed as cocoa anymore. Um, but apparently like the off-branded stuff, like the Marks and Spencer's one that we got earlier, and then like the little ones and stuff, they are still that. So even like things like that, they are trying to change, which we need it. I mean, look at me, man. I'm a chunky cunt, and like, the less shit that's accessible like that. Like it does need to change because, man, like the the stuff that's just in other stuff is crazy. You know, easy it is to get.
Yeah, they've done that cocoa change thing just in the regular fucking dairy milk slabs as well, I think.
Mm,
So that's not tasting as good anymore. Did you hear about the fucking? I think it was a few years ago in America where Subway weren't allowed to call their bread anymore. It
yeah,
had to be,
because
it had to be,
sugar content was in it.
yeah, it had to be categorized as cake.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so much
bad.
sugar was because they were getting some kind of tax break or something on the bread because it was, I don't know, bread that gives them like a tax break on something, but they had to classify it as cake.
Oh man, I forgot to say this. Get off topic. I'm tempted to experiment with this. So like Stacey's mom deals with um like a lot of like she's a massage therapist, but she also does she like draws blood. She does like a bunch of other like sort of medical shit to help people. And she said some dude like for people that don't know, I don't know if you mentioned it on here, maybe at some point, but like I can't smell stuff. I don't have a sense of smell. And if I do, if I quickly get a whiff of something, it's just gone in a second. I quickly get a hit on stuff, but there's there's certain sense I don't. So like someone could be like, "Oh, I smell this candle," and literally put it under my nose, and I can't smell it. And then sometimes I do, but then gone in a second. And she was telling me, "Oh, I had a guy that I've been talking to, and he had the exact same issue. Like his sense of smell was never that great anyway. COVID came along, took it, and he's never had it back. He said, but he's been trying to fix it for years and gone through experiments with the doctors and that type of stuff, and he's ended up getting it back by just putting nicotine patches on his arm for a week because it's something about what it does. It regulates something and like just basically switches it back on, and it's worked for him. And she's like, maybe you should try it, man. I was like, man, imagine if that's it, that's the answer, and I could just smell things.
Fucking hell. That's magic. Try it, man. Get hooked.
I know, but like, I also don't want to be sat here fucking tweaking me with like nicotine patches on me, man. Because I don't have
Yeah.
nicotine. Like even in my weed, I don't have nicotine. I just smoke it pure. So like, I will get nicotine rush, man. I don't want to just be sat here fucking just buzzing.
Yeah. How do you think that would change your life? Like, do you think it's a big deal? Like, would you bother going through years of doctors' shit to get it back like that guy has?
Nah, I do wonder how much it affects and compromises my taste. Like, what about if I do get it back and then I eat something, I'm like, whoa, like I've been missing out on flavors, man, and now I really enjoy this like again, and oh, I forgot what this tasted like. So I do think how much does it compromise that, but like also my cats will do his shit and so he'll be like, oh man, one of the cats have shit, and I'll just be sat there like I gotta fucking smell it. Like sometimes it's a blessing, um, but it's been so long that I don't know what I'm missing out on anymore. But I do wonder, like, if I got it back, would I be like, fuck, I was missing out on so much because I don't know what I'm missing out on anymore? Or if it would just be like, oh, I can just smell bad stuff. Or maybe I'm not smelling the bad stuff anymore.
It'd be cool if it just came straight back, like pretty instantly, and
No,
everything just smelled so intense.
no, man, it would be crazy. It would be
It'd be
crazy.
cool.
But
Just
what
fresh
how
bread.
it works though is weird because then there'll be sometimes like I've been out with certain people and even with Stacey where I'm like, I can smell this. I think something's happening with this or something, and then we'll go and we'll investigate, and I'm right, and they're like, I couldn't smell that. So my nose works very selectively. Like sometimes where people with working noses can't smell it, but I can. It's like it's tuned differently. Like think of it like a radio. It's on the wrong frequency almost. It's weird, man. It's a weird thing, and again, I've always had like a fucked up nose, like deviated septum, and my breathing's always been a bit fucked. So it's never been fantastic at the box. Like the stock options shit even as it is, but COVID definitely fucking took it, man. Like I was one of the people when my sense of taste and smell did get fucked up by it. And it never came back.
Yeah, I think I had it for a while during COVID, but mine did just return like normal.
Yeah, never did. Never came back, man. Just took it and was like, yeah, you don't need this, do you, son? Chalk it up to the fucking rest of the problems I've got, man.
What else did it give you?
Fuck knows. Who knows what's fucking bubbling inside there, man.
It's a fucking vaccination. Fucking could have been a vaccination side effect.
True. Steph, we spoke about him before, man, being the tinfoil hat, but he was saying that some girl he knows, she attributes, she had a mad roller coaster of just fucking shit health problems hitting her, apparently after the COVID jab. But I just said like that could just be coincidence. And in that time, like she was going through like her 30s. You know what I mean? Like that is the time where shit might just start like happening to you. So there's definitely some people out there that have had like turns for the worse since having it because you just they ain't perfect. But I don't think that there's something fucking happening. It's caused triggers inside me of having it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really buy into that. But I'm not saying it hasn't happened to some people. Like I think some people even died from it. To be fair, having like bad reactions to it and stuff. But that's just the case. I'm afraid. Like it's just difference in fucking biochemical makeups of people in it. Just like how
Yeah, and just
some
creating
paracetamol and stuff don't work for people, etc.
and just creating a vaccine within fucking weeks of something new coming out.
Yeah.
It's just so many like patient zeros just for some new shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, like COVID. Like it's weird. And I think it's messed up. I think like us and the generation below have been like affected by it more than other generations can realise because when I think it's normal when you get old and you think, fucking hell, like I would have thought the 90s was 10 years ago, but it was actually 30 years ago, you know what I mean? But I think it's even weirder for us because that period of like 2020 to about 2024 is a weird period, you know what I mean? So like films like 2018, like 2016 was 10 years ago, but that feels about 5 years ago to me, like mentally, you know what I mean? And I think it's because COVID has blurred it more than it usually does for a lot of generations and people.
Yeah, definitely just fucking staying in staying in the house, not being able to make memories and just rules and just being locked down and fucking like say everything just blurred into one.
Yeah,
There's no real market
I'm a house
memory.
person anyway. Like I'll stay in the house for the majority, but even I was getting to a point where like, oh, I can't even just go to the shop, or I can't even just go and eat this, or I can't even go like to the cinema and watch that. Like it I did get kind of stir crazy as well. Like it got to me, and I'm a homebody person. Like I like to be home, but the fact that like I couldn't just go and do this anymore was like, oh, everything's shut as well. Like I did get a bit fucking stir crazy with it. So when they started opening up again, it was that eat out to help out shit. I was like, oh, this feels good again. That people are just out again.
Yeah, it was, and you felt fucking naughty for going out, didn't you? If you did just go to the shops or something, you felt like you fucking needed to stay under the radar, man.
Yeah, it was weird because our friend Tom at the time lived in Spain, and I was speaking to him about it and acting like asking him like during Discord and stuff at times, and I asked him what it was like over there during all this as it was kicking off, like getting into lockdown and stuff. And he was saying like some places would go open because, and he was working through it at times and stuff as well, and then eventually got furloughed. But he said there were like drones and stuff, literally like stopping you in the street, and like police would like escort you home and that, like the drone would, and they'd be like, "Show me your ID," and you have to have like ID on you, and a drone would like sort of fly up to you, and you have to like hold it up, and then it would like scan it on from where they're recording it from, and it was so strict, and I was like, man, that sounds like futuristic, like prison shit, man. It was crazy to see, but they did it straight away, man. Like Spain, other countries in Europe, they locked down straight away. They did. We like dilly dallied for a little bit, didn't we? To be fair, it was like some of one of the last countries to sort of like do it, but other countries like them, they shut everything down. Went, no one's coming in, no one's going out. Essentially,
And it's weird that we had just public death tolls, man.
yeah. On the news every day, it was like it's getting higher. Like more people are dead.
Yeah, 1,000 a day in Italy.
Yeah, it was crazy. You're starting to see it a little bit with this fucking meningitis thing as well on the news, isn't there?
I keep hearing it, yeah, but I'm just fucking blanking it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think some of it could be scaremongering stuff, but it is something that you like do have to like keep your eye on. Like, oh, how crazy is that? Like, have I got to like really look out for something coming again? But yeah, I'll try not to. I'll take it with a pinch of salt, but I do keep my eye on it just in case it's something that you've got to fucking look out for. But I
It's mad
always
because
feel there's always something though. No matter what, in 10 years' time it'll be something else. 10 years ago, whatever, 15 years ago, it was swine flu, bird flu. It's always fucking something. SARS.
yeah, I wouldn't imagine It's weird. Sorry, it's weird because fucking hell, you wouldn't expect another lockdown to happen, but you never expect the first one to happen. But it's probably more likely to happen again because we've only just had one, so it's like, yeah, we know we can fucking do it. But the first one was unimaginable. But it's been that long now that everything just feels like, yeah, fuck it, like that won't happen again. But
I
it's probably
actually,
more likely, if
I
anything.
actually think it's less likely in this country because people hated it then. People rebelled and were like, fuck that, I ain't having the vaccine, having the government tell me what to do. And then especially it came to light that like they were having parties and kind of laughing about us being stuck in the governments and parliaments and all that type of stuff for having parties. And I think they'll be like, fuck you, I ain't falling for it again. I think it'll actually be harder for them to enforce it the second time round.
Yeah, it's probably a good point, actually. Yeah, the public eye on that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking shit. Yeah, man. We done
Yeah, we can wrap it there, yeah. It's been enough.
1 hour. Right? What's that? 26.
26, yeah, on the road to 30.
So that's 6 months now. 26.
Yeah.
Half
S-
52.
Yeah. Not even missing a day. Fucking go on, smashing it.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Yeah, but we are gonna stop right now though. Like this episode.
For this one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll probably whack another one out next week, eh?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah, man. Peace.
Peace.